Hello everybody, my name is Federico and today I'm going to show you how you can create a website from scratch using Squarespace for your online activity of course creator or coach. Now, the very first thing that you want to do once you land on Squarespace is to get started. As soon as you log in, then Squarespace asks you to kind of identify what kind of website you want to build. So I would suggest that you go for a membership site or course website according to what kind of service you want to provide. So some course, okay. Once you have selected this, then you can select the kind of template that better fits your needs. So go on best template matches, and Squarespace has selected for you the templates that it thinks better match with the kind of website that you have. Suggestion here is that no matter which one you pick, then really make sure that the website or the page is customized to your exact needs. I have later. So once you have selected your template here, what you can do is to select the color palette that you would like to apply to your website. So let's say that you like, for example, this one, and just start with design. Now, as you see here, more step, which is selecting the language of your website. After this, you are asked to give it a title. So let's say, for example, entrepreneurship courses. And then you are able to edit the pages, create pages, and set in your style. So let's have a look at how you do it. If you want to edit the overall style of your website, then you have to go here on the brush icon. From here, you are able to edit the style of all the pages of your website. You can select here the different fonts. So what kind of style do you want to give to your heading? If you want to make it bigger or smaller, what kind of font you want to use, and all the other things that contribute to it. My suggestion, though, would be to really leave this unchanged, as much unchanged as possible. The reason for that is because if you don't really have a design background, the risk is that you could really mess around a lot, and the overall result tends to be not very nice. So that would be my recommendation. You have colors here, so no matter what you have chosen before, you can decide to slightly adjust your color palette here as well. The other thing that you can select here is the style of your button. So let's say that you don't like this kind of style, you can decide to adjust them here with these parameters. You can decide what kind of font do you want as text, and you can adjust here the size of buttons, how text is presented here. Also important, select here the shape of the button. So from square to slightly smooth around the edges. Okay, so here we got it. Forms, and there is some more part for animation in case, for example, you decide that you want to have your headers fading in, as in this case, or scaling, sliding, clipping, or flexing. I think after that, you click save, and here you have it. Now, once you have given an overall style to your website, it's time for you to start selecting what kind of pages your website will have. So from this, Squarespace has selected for you, a few recommended pages, like for example, about, programs, press, contact. Some of this will fit, others will not. So for example, press could be a bit redundant. You might decide to have a blog on your website. A few pages that I definitely recommend to have is an overall page that presents your courses and one page for each one of your courses. The way you do it is here. So you add content and membership. And from here, what you can do is to click on the first choice that you have, which is courses. So that's how you add a course. And you can add your first course title. So beginning course, for example. After you click here, you can select one of the templates that Webflow has chosen for you. And bear in mind that once you have created your courses, you mainly have two main pages that you will work at. There is the course overview page, which is what you will see here. This gives an overview of all the contents of your courses. And then you have a course content, which is where you can manage the lessons and decide to add things like, for example, videos and so on. You can also decide to move around each part. So for example, you want lesson 2 to be part of chapter 2, and you can obviously add new chapters from here or new lessons. Now the other part, I'd like to give you a bit of an overview of how you can style your main page so that it's really able to generate signups for your courses and turns visits into new students. A bunch of things that you want your homepage to have. The first one is the so-called hero section. Here, you really want to make sure that what users read and this button here, which is called call to action, are always above the fold. So always on the upper part of what people see. So let's go to edit this page and make sure it's a bit more suitable for converting. So we're going to take this part here and move it up. Then we take the button as well, and we move this up as well. You want to make sure that this part here really describes what your courses are about, for whom they are, and what kind of transformation story people can expect once they decide to download your courses. My suggestion is that if you're starting, it's better to use a bit more words than too few. So the second part that you want to have here is something like a transformation story. Transformation, someone who has been your client before, and that you show here how you were able to change their life, really, one of your courses. Say, for example, that you help people switch in their career, then you can add it here in this section. Here again, you want to have a descriptive title that tells how you change people's life. And then here, describe a little bit more on how you do it. From here, the call to action to go to your courses and download them. Another part that I would suggest you modify, so for example, is not to have something as abstract as this, but you can really the breakdown of your courses. So add here really what your courses are and how people can access them. So if you want to add a new section to your page, what you can do is to take a block here and add here this. This way you can add a subscription to your courses. So this box will explain to people what they can expect once they start using your course, the price of it, a bit of a description, what they get from it. And then you can simply delete the rest. You might see, for example, that the background of the section that you have is not really suitable for you. So what you can do in this case, you edit your section from here, you go to background, and then, for example, you can delete this part and you have it cleaner, or you can decide to add an image from here or change the color of the section from here. This will make sure that you're only using the colors that are part of your color palette. So now the other thing that I suggest you have is to have an that really explains clearly what is it that you have done in your life and what makes you qualified for giving these courses to people. That's something that often is also a bit more up here. What I would say is really compelling, then you have it here. Say, for example, that you can leverage a personal branding, which is very strong. But I think that a transformation story is more powerful than our personal story. So here you have it, guys. This is how you launch your website and customize its part. You can customize colors. You can customize each one of the sections that you have and prepare for you a cheat sheet that you can use to clearly define all the sections of your website. It tells you what you have to write in each one of them so that you don't get lost. And if you feel particularly lazy, it also has for you the prompt that you can use with ChatGPT, that it will write for you the content of the website in a matter of seconds. So you can download it at the link that you find in the description of the video below. I hope this was useful. If there is anything else that you would like me to share, please don't forget to write it in the comments below and follow the channel. I plan to release more videos like this that help you get started with your online course business. Thanks a lot.